Hello. Yesterday, I had put a video explaining why we might have had an interim top. Let me start with the disclaimer. Trying to spot the top or bottom generally does not work well, but that does not mean we should not try. I highly recommend that you please watch that video, and it has a very convincing argument that we might have an interim top and only time will tell if it's true or not. I'm going to post that link again in the comments below. Today was a flat day. Using SPY, QQQ and Tesla, I am going to show you a strategy that might help you in a flat market, even in a trending market for that matter. This is a daily chart of QQQ. First and foremost, this yellow line is the closing price of 2024. So the stock QQQ has been jumping around the 2024 price. The same behavior you can see in SPY. This is the closing price, and notice it's right around that point. Since I felt there was an interim top, my bias is neutral to downside. Let me show you how that could be traded. This was today's chart. It just dropped and then basically closed right around the same point. Let me open the expanded monkey bars. This is just the range for every 30 minutes. This is a 30-minute chart, and when we say one time framing to the upside, it means it has a higher high, and then the one time framing broke after like 1.5 hours and started going down, and then it again started going up. So this is a zigzag flat mark where nothing really happened. So up here, down here, up here. I am going to draw a fib extension that could help us to get where the likely targets are going to be. So this is the first 30 minutes, second 30 minutes, third 30 minutes. I'm going to draw a fib extension between them. So this is the fib extension, and notice once it went up and it broke around here. Let me keep it simple by removing all the other lines. Notice it was here. Let me even remove this one also. See, notice it had one time framing broke around here. So let's say you entered somewhere here with a stop loss of the fib high, and then notice how it just followed the extension targets. The reason being, if there was a convincing move, if the big funds were all buying into it, then these mathematical calculations will not work. Those guys just go and buy in bulk, and you'll have a solid trending day. This type of choppy action is typical of day traders and the small time traders. And so now notice it has gone here, extension. It just keeps going. It hit the 100 and then 161. It hit the 261.8. This is SPY, by the way, and started reversing. So you could scale down or get out in full. So this is one way to trade a choppy market, just with fib extensions. Now let me show how it happens in QQQ. QQQ also same thing. One time framing to the upside for a while, one time framing to the upside. It broke here and then to the downside and then upside. Very similar. So I'm going to draw a fib extension. And notice the same thing. I'm just going to remove all those numbers that is not required. So here it broke somewhere here, and once it broke, let's say you enter with the stop loss thing, and it just followed 78 fib, 100 fib, 161, 261 and it started reversing. So let's say it was your price was somewhere in 518. It dropped almost $7 in QQQ. So these two we came in with the bias for short side. But what about Tesla? Tesla, usually on a Friday, the general bias for most people seem to be on the higher side. It did not pan out, but let us see what would have happened. How do you draw the fib extension to see what should be the likely targets? So Tesla, I'm going to draw the same thing. This was the fib extension to the upside. Had it moved, it went up to 38 and then started breaking down. But if it was moving, these were the targets: 364, 365, 366, 360. But it did not, and it started going down. This is oversimplified. Let me be honest with you, because I use other filters also to get a better edge. Trading is a difficult pursuit. If someone tells you or makes you feel that making money in the stock market is easy, be cautious. It is a skill, and like any valuable skill, trading must be learned, practiced, and refined over time. That's exactly why I created this web-based training program. You can learn at your own pace, and I have packed it with every tool and strategy I have personally used, when to use, how to apply, and when they work, etc. Check out the link below. I know how difficult it is to be unguided in the stock market. It is frustrating and you learn with expensive losses. Take a look, and if it is not right for you, there's a full money back guarantee. Thank you.